Rosa, what do you think about your performance so far this WEC 2025? Are you satisfied with it, or do you think you guys could have done so much better?
Yani şöyle söyleyeyim, şu önceki Malezya maçlarında falan açıkçası gerçekten iyi oynayamadık. Performans gösteremedik ama şu anlık bunu daha iyiye çekmeye çalışıyoruz, daha iyi oynamaya çalışıyoruz, takım oyunumuzu geliştirmeye çalışıyoruz ve final oynayacağımızı düşünüyorum çok rahat bir şekilde.
He thinks that we didn't done a good job in our Malaysia match, but he thinks that we will reach the finals and we will try our best.
Oh, wow.
Unless you have like a pocket Franco.
Yeah.
Wait, Kalea is still up too, right?
Yep, Kalea's still
So
up.
there's still that. I think Kalea, you can.
If they want a lot of control, pick up the Ruby.
Ruby is also open, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could run Ruby double fighters and then like plus Aroma that has engaged and that could amplify the crowd control. They take the Esmeralda instead. And the Badang, okay. Slightly more unconventional approach, right? There's a lot more condition to get the Badang, especially if you want to flicker engage, you have to be pixel perfect.
And I kind of feel like they're trying to use this Badang to potentially punish the Gatot. And now Turkey, they are going to pick up the Ruby for themselves. So looks like this time Sigaboom will be using a fighter. So in terms of the scaling here, I'm feeling more comfortable for Myanmar. Turkey, they're kind of on a ticky time bomb here. Farsa as well as...
Because you get to cancel the Unbreakable so easily, right? You have two abilities that can do that. Apex 47 doesn't revitalize, so that will be first blood for King Flash. Nico first, and he does get it, so the RWM is available for Nico. Turtle now under control by Myanmar. Turkey attempt to steal, but it will be King Flash securing it with Retribution. Kun is gonna get jumped on by the bravest fighter, Raging Slash. He goes down. Apex 47 dashes away. Luna now next on the chopping block. 4 members of Myanmar on him, but Lunar will escape.
Taken down. Quite a lot of resources Myanmar was able to bait out of Turkey. And now Lunar, bravest fighter, looks like he's gonna try to fight back, and he's trying, but King of Flashes there gets the kill.
It finds an angle, they can easily turn the fight around. Apex 47, he's not gonna have the liberty to get all these taunts off. And now Boye jumps in with the RWM, the Revitalize comes off, King Flash gets jumped on by Lunar. Good return from Turkey. Luna ends up going down. Luna ends up getting a double kill, in fact. The current call, Kun just tie him and Sigaboom up. Myanmar looks to fight back, but they have ran out of damage source. Without the Eve, it's pretty hard to answer the Turkey.
I gotta say the MVP, that one was Lunar. TNZ gets the turtle and goes in, able to get a Juno as well. Lunar. Look at Boye. Boye has been found out. Sigaboom not gonna chase him just yet, but looks like Lunar just want to engage onto Boye. Gets chain CC'd and gets bursted down. Apex 47 secures the kill. And I think that's honestly worth it. You gotta make sure that Boye is less effective in the game, because he's gonna be quite...
I guess it's fine if you get to jump on your opponents like that.
Speaking of which, jumping towards Boye, Boye pushes him. Nico should be able to deal with that, but Lunar is all alone. AOG jumps in, helps him out, barely survives. Nico, a little bit of damage and could have got that.
Yeah, just a little bit. If Nico was there slightly earlier, they will lose Boye again. TNZ with the collection. Boye goes down the second time, 17 seconds before the turtle spawns, but it is Flying Cloud, so Boye can easily rejoin the fight if needed.
Shows that it's a very fast-paced team for both teams, because at 6 minutes, they're already setting up ganks. Juno is in the middle of everyone. Rosa has to flicker away, but look at it, the current call. Catches Sigaboom. Kun all the way to the back, gets onto Rosa. Rosa survives, but Kun eventually secures it. Speaking of which, TNZ gets the turtle. At this point, Lunar is all alone, unable to dash out. Tries to fight against 4 members of Myanmar, but King Flash
getting killed onto Lunar too. Without that flicker, another pullback. This one, with the help of the feather airstrike, Juno should go down.
Yeah, Juno has been frontline, and they're forcing Turkey out.
That's good for Myanmar, but it is Flying Cloud, so Rosa will be back in no time. That's the only thing that Myanmar needs to keep in track of. AOG comes in to stall the Lord take. TNZ, shadow kill, out of range. They bring him away so that King Flash can get the Lord.
Talk about initiation with no for Turkey to end the game without a Lord. Like, even with the Lord, it's gonna be difficult. Without one, dude, it's so hard.
They find Kun, the Vengeance is not gonna help. It's the Sky Piercer from TNZ. He is 4-0, so Rosa unfortunately will have to flicker early and cancel out the feather airstrike. Apex peeling Juno away. The bolt connects on King Flash. That's a lot of commitment. He has no tracers. He goes down, but Juno finds Rosa. RWM out, but it has to be cancelled very early as Turkey moves out of range. Luna now turns on to Juno. He's in a 1v4. No way out for that. TNZ is unstoppable.
That was a big mistake coming in from Myanmar. Is there Apex 47 jumps in?
That's a very early AOG. Can they get Kundo? The Vengeance doesn't matter if there's a Sky Piercer. Still worth it for Turkey. 4v5 is getting a bit dicey. Luna hops in with the bravest fighter. Can he get the control off? This time Rosa on the ball. Gets the objective for Turkey. Chases Nico away. Better airstrike. Nico is going to try and fight back. Rosa flickers away. The RWM out of range. And TNZ here as the cleanup crew. Nico is not getting way out of this. Godlike for TNZ. 3 dead for Myanmar as Juno goes on the run. And Boye will have to hold the fort.
Yeah, more stacks for the Sky Piercer. And now Juno. Oh! I never seen that interaction before, but Team Turkey, they are looking to try to end this one, but the minions are not there. They got to be careful. There's a chance Juno could turn things around. Boye jumps in. AOG trying to stop the engage. And looks like Lunar gets onto Boye. Juno all alone. TNZ gets a legendary. Even as an Esmeralda, you cannot tank the Hayabusa anymore.
Or whether they go on a bit longer, but they have to deal with the Lord first. And Turkey is not going to wait. They're going to go straight in, find the kills, and with the help of the Lord, work on the Crystal. TNZ in the back. Nico is gone. Turkey takes game 1.
Amazing game coming in from Turkey as well as Myanmar. Quite a few mistakes coming in from Myanmar, but more so Turkey able to bounce back despite the immense pressure. Frontline or disruptor, and then pick up a traditional marksman. Because look at this, not a lot of threats for, say, a Claude.
Shooter Harris.
Dude, a Claude wins the lane against the Granger.
To lead the charge.
So it looks like the end of Moscow. So
Okay, close enough. It's either Moscow or Harris, but close enough. Wow.
Harif got banned. So yeah, it's Moscow, Claude. The options are there just because you're not too worried. So okay,
This is a problem. This is a big problem.
I kind of feel Louis, considering that they're all in close proximity, including the Moskov. Louis is the best. If Nico wants to get a comfort, it's going to be the Valen. So there you go.
Wow.
Louis picked up.
We did talk about the Loi earlier on too, that if you want it, because there's only so less options, right? And then I float the Loi and we both agree that it's a good idea. Oh, we're pretty good at this, right? We call like what 90% of the draft. Nice is Enchanted Talisman. And well, good thing about Loi is that you are effective. You don't need level 4. And Juno overextended. TNZ rolls on him first blood.
Yeah, Sigibum was able to bait him out. Here on the screen, we did Skype forward.
RWM takes down Nico. And Boye just can't get a response fast enough. And without Nico, defense becomes infinitely harder. The shadow kill forced out so early on. He's gonna get knocked up. I'm not really sure the idea there for King Flash. Lunar collects him.
Nico tries to kill him.
He's gonna survive, right? Yeah, he survives.
SOD comes in, and there you go. Sigibum goes after Boye and Nico.
Oh, man.
TNZ coming from the rear. Sigibum gets a kill. And now even gets a double. Rosa is all alone against King Flash. King Flash can't kill Rosa. Has to get away. RWM gets him. And Kun tries to save the day.
To get King Flash back into the game, TNZ still pretty much out of this. Let's see if Turkey can delay the turtle take. Luna hops onto Nico, and Nico just has to take the fall. Shadow Kill gets used. King Flash will get the objective. They get Apex 47 in return. Stickboom late to the mid lane will just take the wave. Juno falls back, and Luna just chops Boye in half.
Yeah, 4-0-1 for Lunar. They don't have ways to deal with him.
To get King Flash back into the game, TNZ still pretty much out of this. Let's see if Turkey can delay the turtle take. Luna hops onto Nico, and Nico just has to take the fall. Shadow Kill gets used. King Flash will get the objective. They get Apex 47 in return. Stickboom late to the mid lane will just take the wave. Juno falls back, and Luna just chops Boye in half.
Yeah, 4-0-1 for Lunar. They don't have ways to deal with him just yet. Probably no anti-heals. All the
There it is. Enchanted Talisman done. So Divergent next one's gonna be important. Oh, the Rampart though. Nico got trapped and he's gone. Sigibum with a pickup and an instant turn on to the Lord. Rosa should be able to zone the rest of Myanmar out. There's 4 ultimates expanded by Turkey though, but I feel like it's worth it because Luna just forced the flicker out of Juno. And they could focus on the objective on this King Flash, making sure that it runs out before they continue taking the Lord. Good discipline from Turkey. Tectonic charge from Apex 47. The SOD connects with the Boye. And Kun is not getting out of this one. Mega kill for Sigibum.
amazing gauges coming in from Team Turkey, TNZ.
And Nico also needs to run away. And Myanmar so far getting a good defense. Boye looking for a kick. That's the flicker. Sigimo, good reflexes. Boye tried, but not good enough.
And again, this is why we say it's going to be difficult for the choke, because there's no real targets. He got onto Sigimo, which is the target that he does want. But again, like I said, good reflexes there. And they're sieging the top inhibitor. Again, Moskov just shreds that so fast. 12 minutes in. Team Turkey is inside the base, and now they're looking for mid. Kun taking a lot of damage. Rampart. Apex for 7 flickers forward. And Nico trying his very best. Lunar gets killed onto Juno. Only one inhibitor left for Team Myanmar. Ogi Shadow killed. Not enough damage to take down Team Turkey. SOD not going to get taken here. Almost 9,000 gold ahead. Team Myanmar.
3 for Juno. I'm not sure if they have that time. Kun's gonna try the whole King Flag, doesn't even get to react. With the flicker initiation, Turkey looking for a semi-finals entry. And they get a 2-0 over Myanmar. Turkey are off to top 4.
Congratulations to Team Turkey having a clean sweep here. And I gotta say,